Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. It is a weekend. It is a chance that Lee and I can go out and just find a beautiful lunch to just sit and enjoy for hours. Something very cool on that note is Esaan Muslim. So this is quite a unique and quite a beautiful shop. I'm very excited for whatever we're going to learn. Let's order. I cannot wait to sit down. Let's go. ชื่ออะไรพี่
ชื่ออาดัม
Adam. Oh, okay. เหมือนในชื่อของร้าน Okay. So I am here with P. Adam. He is one of the owners, and it is actually his name that's in the name of this restaurant. So we can trust him with all the details.
แล้วแต่เราจะใช้เนื้อแบบไหนของเราจะเป็นกระดูกเสืออะไรเงี้ยจะเป็นอันนี้จะเป็นกระดูกเสือตรงนี้
Okay.
เสือที่มีกระดูกโคโปมีหลายเนื้อให้ดู
So this is a halal restaurant. It is right on the main north-south road in Khon Kaen. It's called Thailand Mitraphap. Mitraphap goes from Bangkok all the way to the capital of Laos. This is a great place to stop for lunch. ที่ลูกค้าส่วนใหญ่เขาจะสั่งเมนูอะไรครับถ้ามาคนเดียว
กระดูกเสือ
เอาจะมาครับโอเคอันนี้เป็นต้มเป็นต้มหรือเป็นก๋วยเตี๋ยว
เป็นกะเพราก็ได้แล้วแต่เราจะทำเมนูอะไรขึ้นมา
โอเค
แล้วแต่ลูกค้าสั่งเป็นเมนูอะไรขึ้นมา
ขออันนี้จานหนึ่ง
ครับ
ข้าวหมกเนื้อ
หมกเนื้อ
มีใช่ไหม
มีครับ
ข้าวหมกเนื้อซุปหางวัว
ครับ
ถ้วยหนึงแล้วก็ต้มแซ่บ
ครับ
เหมือนที่บอกแล้วก็จะสั่งกับข้าวอีกอย่างครับเผ็ดๆด้วยนะ
ที่นี่เน้นอาหารรสจัดมาก
Okay, did you hear that? He said เน้นรสจัดมาก That's awesome ต้องเตรียมตัวด้วยที่จะไปเที่ยวใต้ผมต้องเตรียมตัว So we got 4 dishes. We're gonna go look for just one more from their glass display case in front. ขอบคุณครับพี่ This is the best way to introduce yourself to the differences in all the regional cuisines of Thailand. Just keep your eyes open, look for the signs. You know, they're proud to show their heritage and they're proud to talk about it. It's great learning right from P. Adam himself. And just look in this case up here. If you had to choose one, what would you choose? I love the catfish and I also love the sour bamboo. So because all the other stuff is so meaty, so learning the word Jaohan is one thing, sounds like a unique food, but when Lee heard the translation, it's like bringing a kid to a coffee shop and then learning that the coffee shop also has cake. You have no choice. You have to order one more of each dish. It's so fast. Oh man. Okay. Man.
นี่ซุปหางนะครับ
And they move at lightning speed. Thank you, Fiona.
แล้วก็จัด
Wow, amazing. ผสมรสชาติที่คนอีสานจะชอบแล้วก็แต่รสชาติมันจัดเหมือนที่บอก
เปรี้ยวเปรี้ยว
So Lee is in the right place. This shop uses a lot of chilies and a lot of sour flavors, as you just heard it. Okay, let's.
อันนี้ต้มแซ่บนี่ครับ
Thank you. Oh
กระดูก
man.
เสือกระดูกเสือก
ระดูกเสือคือชิ้นหนึ่งหรือวิธีทำ
ที่โครงวัวอ่อน
Okay.
ลองดูก่อนเดี๋ยวจะเอาฮ้อนนิดนึง
Okay, so there is a gigantic amount of food on this table, and what a cool table too, the thick piece of wood. Oh man, this is insane. Okay, let's say grace. The food arrived so fast, almost not even enough time to explain anything, but that's okay. Stay tuned. There's a lot more food like this in the very near future. I'm heading to the south and I cannot wait to go on that adventure. Thank you for your support for all of this, and I'm stoked for whatever comes next. It's lunchtime. Where to start at a meal like this? Okay, start with the smells. My favorite part. I can smell herbs right now. I can smell lemongrass. I can smell cilantro. So some of these have herbs cooked in the recipe, but then they have fresh cut herbs put all over the top. So you can see this one has the kaffir lime, this one green onions, cilantro, and this one has... this one's like a stew. It actually smells a little bit sweet and you can smell beef for sure. Oh, this one is right over here. Even though it's fermented, there are fresh chilies on top. This is my favorite dish. Why not start here? The biryani. In Thai called khao mok. Khao is rice. Mok actually means buried. So what you have are just herbs, seasonings, and meat buried in the rice. I love right from the beginning the difference in the sauce. This is like a mint sauce. The one that I know, it's usually a little bit sweet looking. I usually only want to use a little taste. This one, I am going all over. This reminds me of the biryani that I had in East Africa. And then I got it with beef, which would also be East African style, or goat. Got some cardamom. It looks perfectly cooked. Just a little bit of red on the inside. So soft and tender. The beef just, it just fell apart. That is incredible. Oily, really rich. The beef is incredible. I can taste some cinnamon. I can taste cardamom. Oh yeah, here's a piece of cinnamon over here. And then the rice, oh wow, so super rich. Actually, the rice might even be more rich than the beef. Sweetness from shallots and the beef, that is amazing. Oh my god. Let's follow that with some oxtail soup. Just looking at it first, you can see onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and then the deep fried shallots. There's a little layer of oil across the top, stirring it up. That might be the biggest oxtail I've ever seen. I think that's one piece. Are you kidding? And then these are chilies. I thought some of them were tomatoes. No, those are bright chilies in there. Green, orange, red, which is the same chili. It's just different levels of ripeness. Are you kidding with that oxtail? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna cut through the skin. So the oxtail can have bones because the tail, I mean, there's a thick, at the base of the tail, there is a thick bone. So get excited, but chew gently. Soft cartilage and marrow, for sure. That is so fatty. The pepperiness, though, is just wonderful. The chilies, more bright than the Jinda normal Thai chilies. And it's not smoky, it's really peppery, which is beautiful. Okay, one bite just of chilies. Gotta warm up. And if you are ready for that level of chili heat, gotta chew up the chilies and really get all the flavor out of them. Okay, I can feel the fire starting to build instantly, but that is so bright and fruity, chilies like that. This soup is incredible. You could definitely come here just for this. You are gonna love that, Lisa. You are gonna love that. Wow. So one key part of food from the south of Thailand is the chut pakกับน้ำพริกกะปิ. So this right here says fresh pounded chilies and vegetables for free self-service. Welcome. So right now, today you can see some Thai eggplants, cucumbers, and you have some cabbage. So both Thailand, Malaysia, many countries in Southeast Asia really love the blend of cooked vegetables and raw, and they go for some crazy, powerful dipping sauces. This one featuring fermented, salted shrimp. I can just tell you right now, a little foreshadowing, the color of these chilies might reflect the color of my face. I forgot the word. Mark taught me in South they call it pak no. Here they would call it pak sot in Esaan. So I gotta learn southern words and southern eating style and southern chili level, because Thailand is famous for being a warm place and its food is famous for being hot. But in Thailand, the south is famous for being spicy, hot, even among Thai people. So you can see why this is one of the most recognizable southern dishes, Nam Pik Kapi. They always top it with fresh chilies, and you dip in, and you just munch away. It's very salty, a little bit smoky, and then the chilies are already hitting. These chilies are sour and very spicy. Nampikapi. Oh, it's incredible. Okay, yeah, that's amazing. You are gonna watch me sweat to finish this meal. Woo. This is pronounced Nietzsche, by the way. Team Nietzsche is the team that I'm riding for right now. Great group of guys and girls. Yep, there's a women's team too. Love it. We're gonna do a lot of good riding, a lot of good racing, going around on 2 wheels in this wonderful land of Thailand. Team Nietzsche, check it out. Woohoo! How good is that?
I tell the wife just come take me here today. This took me 1 year ago.
Oh man. Next up, the catfish. So catfish curry, a chuchi. So you can see in the very top and the very bottom, cut the bones away, and yeah, the skin is really strong, really sticky. And then in the middle there, you can see that is the center bone. Again, it is deep fried, so even if you do get a bone, you can probably still bite right through it, but it's just more comfortable. And it's also just a learning experience to learn the different fish skeletons. I never overlooked that fact. Wow. Catfish is not like an ocean fish. It's not soft and flaky, it's very meaty. Okay, after a few chilies, I think I'm warmed up and ready to move on to the miniature hot pot and the, I don't know what to call it. It's a Khon Kaen, honestly, which is an Esaan dish. But it's so different, just from the look, it's so different. So he said this is a Khon Kaen, Seo Kong, which means the tiger ribs. There you go, there's the herbs of the Khon Kaen. Oh, so much beef. Don't forget the chilies. That is an amazing creation right there. Oniony, herbaceous, and so meaty. Just packed it with meat. Seo is a tiger and si krong are ribs. So these are the soft ribs. And tiger is a word commonly used in Thai names for foods, which means like something so delicious it makes a tiger drool. Let's put this on the rice. So there's one piece, it's just so jiggly. It's like perfectly reflecting my excitement with the motion of the food itself. There you go, just 1 spoon of chili. Let's go for another chili. Not too much sauce because you don't want to soak the rice. Soup broth. Still hot temperature-wise. Oh wow, the lemongrass, front and center, and then the kaffir lime leaf. That's so awesome. So again, it doesn't look exactly like a Khon Kaen, but as soon as you taste it, totally beef Khon Kaen right there. You have that little bit of smoky flavor, but then just so many herbs, and then fattiness, honestly, because those are much more fatty cuts of meat. Over here to the rice, you can see the color is very inviting. Those chilies, they don't mess around. They show you from the outside exactly what's going on. Oh wow, so the soft ribs, getting some meat off of these. And some of the soft ribs you can actually just crunch through the whole rib. So the chili is basically just smoke and fire. Chilies like that. So those are dried and then deep fried. They're almost a little bit crispy. Inside the seeds hold so much heat. That's the kind of chili that'll make you cough. This is the kind that does the long, slow, bright, awesome burn. This one is just fire straight away. The meat is so soft. You've got a lot of fat mixed in with the pieces of meat. Ribs are just so tender. I think actually that might be lemongrass, but also maybe the torch ginger, which is similar, but still quite different. It has a different kind of sweetness behind it. Okay. Now just being a little bit naughty. Just 1 bite, just for fun, just to the fat. And don't forget, I am intentionally training myself to take a trip to the south. So there's only one way to chase that bite, another chili. The rice, honestly, is nice. Very soft, fluffy jasmine rice, really good. As my buddy Derek says, you can tell a lot, you can respect a restaurant based on the quality of the rice that they serve. Rice is not secondary. Okay, so now on to the hot pot. And this is a beef hot pot, so we are having a very meaty meal over here for sure today. It's full of cooked vegetables. You got cabbage, you got morning glory. Oh yeah, you got the mung bean noodles. Tons of the needle mushrooms. Jingjangu in Chinese. I know Lee loves those. And then thin strips of beef. So these are going to be pretty soft, pretty tender. Actually, they don't need to cook very long. But the way they prepared this for us, actually, really, they cooked it for us. So instead of a jiao han as an entire meal, we are just having one soup pot of jiao han. So they hot potted it for us already. I always got to be wary of hot pot. Lee, you will not be disappointed. It's really, really good and really hot. So, first, the mushrooms and the beef. And mushrooms are so meaty on their own. It's like everything on the table is just different versions, flavors, and feelings of meat and beef, specifically beef. Now, this is a very rare situation that you would ever have something like a hot pot, especially a jiao han, an Esaan, clay pot, hot pot on the same table as biryani. And that's what I love about this restaurant so far. Just amazing biryani. Honestly, this biryani is incredible. But then you have the Esaan, the two soups are so totally Esaan. It's just amazing. So I'm trying the flavors together right now. So there's an earthiness to this one because it's like a stew. They're cooking together for quite a while. So you have the just full blend of soft things. And there are some herbs. It's earthy, but then yeah, just the difference in the sweet onions, the deep fried shallots, and then it's just so interesting to have that sweet cinnamon, the cloves also, and the smell from this one, really, like the sweetness and the smell from this one, but then the flavor and the texture from the jiao han. That's, what a combo. I've never had that combo before. Uh-oh. Remember, this is also a training session. I felt myself start to cool down a bit. That dish is not very spicy. Gotta get back up there. Now pick up on a cucumber. Full chili. Let's go. If you want to be quickly transported to South Thailand, that's your flavor right there. The chili is almost as bright and crunchy as the cucumber. It just bursts with flavor. Wow. Last but not least, it appears that this was a little bit excessive. I just had to get one of everything. I mean, you just have to try and get a full experience of what the restaurant has to offer. Things from a glass case, to me, are just so Central Thai and South Thailand, honestly. Just had to get one. So, where's the spoon? So this is pickled bamboo. So the young bamboo shoots are so nice and wonderfully soft. Pea eggplant. This one went with fish. So this is a mackerel, by the way. Platu is a very common fish to have in Southern Thailand. Honestly, fish is a common food to have in Southern Thailand. I cannot wait for that. You know what? I do have a lot of learning to do in the south. I actually am not sure which curry this is. I cannot wait. Yeah, or if they just call it gang no mai, bamboo curry. Wow. Well, whatever it is gorgeous. The flaky fish like that is the right choice. So there you have a perfect balance, right? Mackerel is the same size as a catfish, but the meat is so different. It's so flaky, very firm. This one is like soft and thick, fibrous and meaty. The pea eggplants add a wonderful bitterness. The skin of the batu adds a nice fattiness. The bamboo is sour, and the curry paste is spicy. That's a beautiful dish. I could eat this entire thing right here just without putting it down. This is wonderful. Oh my gosh, I just might. And the mackerel, it's very thin bones. Can you see that? There's a lot more of this in my future. I'm gonna be a happy guy. I might be a plump guy, and it's gonna be awesome. So, as big as this meal is, I have some pretty cool and big news. Even though I've lived in Thailand for quite a few years, I have still never traveled to the fourth and final region of Thailand, the south. So coming soon, I'm going to be taking a trip. I'm going to be doing a little bit of training, a little bit of racing, and a lot of making videos on my own. Because Lee is still teaching, she has 1 more month before she finishes the year, and then she's going to be able to join me also in the south, and we're going to make even more videos together. So that is going to be just honestly a massive adventure for me. Of the 4 regions of Thailand, the south would be the one of the 4 that's least like the others. The north and Esaan, I've lived most of my time between these 2 places, and they're kind of similar. I mean, the terrain is a little bit different, and I love that. I love the mountains, but the culture, the weather, everything in the south is different. It definitely feels like its own country, and I cannot wait. I can't wait to be there, to learn, to try and make videos all on my own. Please get excited and please be patient with me. Lee, I hope you have faith in me that I'm going to be able to do this, but honestly, it's going to be a massive adventure. And as of April 1st, I'm going to be setting out on that adventure because there are no more provincial restrictions, not right now anyways, and I'm taking the chance. We're going to have fun. So, see you soon. Thank you for joining us for lunch today. It was a quick and action-packed, very meaty lunch. And this is a great way to kind of segue into, through our tongues, through the flavors, right into southern Thailand. This is great. Have a great day, everyone. Peace. See you next time. Woohoo! Welcome to southern Thailand in a very miniature way, but I cannot wait to get down into the jungle, get down into all the huge, whoa, those are huge new bits of knowledge. Cannot wait to get to the south, but first, lunch today at Krua Muslim. Wow! So from the top, mo, nua, mo, buried. Nua, beef. So that was the biryani rice with beef buried inside. The soup hang wua. Soup is soup, and then hang is a tail. Tom sap. Sap means tasty, so that's the Esaan coming through, showing sap. Sap is what they say for aroy in Esaan. Khao, rice. Number 5 there, pla du. Pla is fish. Du, pa du is a catfish. Tai pa, okay. So tai is kidney, pla is fish. So fish kidney curry. Gang tai pa was the red curry that we had with the bamboo. Jiao han, that is the Esaan hot pot, and the total, you see there, 450 baht.